So the first thing you do is set up your daylight.
Set your daylight, what you want.
Okay, now right now the machine does not have a cutting pad on it, nor does it have a die on it.
Right.
Which is why there's the excess space.
Right.
Okay.
Like this set your cut distance, right? It's loose now, so you can set it to bring it down more or up more.
So that's your daylight adjustment. If you're running thick rule or thick material or whatever the case is.
This is set to cut.
Okay.
So that's that. This is the manual button for the head. You can check apart.
So normally once you're running this, you're going to run it in automatic mode.
Yeah. I'm going to bring it down further now. That way. I'm going to set my daylight a little shorter. The daylight is shorter. I'm going to set a little shorter yet. That's fine to go. There we go. And then you set this for your distance.
Now by distance, you're talking about how far it indexes through the machine,
Right.
which is another way of getting increased tonnage per rule inch.
Right. This is your start point.
So obviously your die would be here. Now these rails that we're seeing here are obviously adjustable for the length of your die.
Yeah.
So you could technically put 2 or 3 dies on at the same time if they're all running the same material and thickness, etc. Okay. So right now we've got set for about 8 feet.
Well, yeah, that's about 8 feet there.
Okay.
Those are here. Locks, that locks that comes over the part of the die, locks it in.
Okay. So a die is actually locked into place by the lips.
Yep.
And it's just a traditional steel roll die.
Yep.
Alrighty. So then typically what we're doing, if we look closely here, we can see the holes on the side of the machine. So whether you're mounting a die or mounting a cutting plate on the top, it's mounted with those external holes there, so it's held up to the head.
Right.
You know, once you've done the make ready for your die one time, it's good for life then.
Yep.
So this is one half the machine. Now since we're standing here, you want to explain these blocks you've got?
Okay, these are leveling blocks. You put one under each side, you bring the head down, lock it in place. You know, let me show you this one. This is the best way to do it. Bring your leveling blocks in. Let me show you on the other side. Bring the head down, that's this one. Alright, it hit both blocks, so that means the head is level.
But if it's not?
But it's not, there's adjustment right down there where you can adjust, and you can watch it move. The head will go this way or that way.
Now what gets a head out of level? Is that typically a floor issue?
Well, it could be that, or it could be because you're cutting too much to one side or something like that. But
Okay.
normally it doesn't go up.
Okay.
Very, very seldom.
Okay, but nonetheless, you have an easy way of adjusting it,
Right.
and so you've got different height, different size blocks there.
Right. But I use the larger blocks to bring it down. You can measure, you can see there's no daylight under each one of them, and that makes the head is level this way.
Okay, now have you kiss cut on this machine?
Yep, I have.
And how do you do that?
Well, it's the adjusting set. I run it in manually for kiss cutting. And a lot of times I'll have it on a plate because if the die's on a plate, all the rule will be even.
Okay.
Okay. And you go in, and I know hardly take a piece of shipping paper and that, and I'll come down just till I kiss it.
Okay.
And the material, because we did a lot of work for printers, and it depends on the material. And if they don't want to go all the way through and stuff like that, you can make it so it just kisses, it'll cut halfway through, and that's it.
Okay. Of course, the fact that you were a die maker probably gives you a little bit better sense of how to do that than the average die cutter.
Right.
But this machine will do it then.
Oh yeah. You can do it on it.
Alrighty. Now, alright, so we've been watching this on a manual basis, basically. Now, this runs full automatic. How does that operate? Can you show us? Yeah, I guess we want to remove the blocks, don't we?
Yep. Well, that's back to that. Full automatic. You gotta figure your distance that you want to cut to the first cut. You figure that out. You run the machine through manually first. Figure your
index distance.
Your indexing, and then this sets your indexing. And then once you get it set,
that's the first dial there on the left.
This one right here. That sets your indexing.
Okay.
And once you get it set, then all you do is press the green button. It's gonna go in and hit about 14 inches.
Okay, now we're doing all of that. The die is actually coming through to the other side.
The die is coming through the other side.
So if you wanted, you could have it come through just at 1 8-foot length and stop.
Right.
Or you can decide to take it back farther if you needed to.
Yep.
Or if you can run multiple dies, you could run the whole 15-foot length and do 3.
If I didn't have that on there, I could run this all the way to the end.
All right, so right now we've just got some other things stored on the end of the table, but
yeah.
So the bottom line is that you can run up to 15 feet of product on each side.
That's about it.
And now there's a set of operator controls that we can see on the opposite side of the machine.
Yep.
So technically you could have an operator, let's say on one side, putting the product in, or they could both be on one side of the machine, and as it's coming through they could both be on this end because it's running automatically, taking the product off on both sides of the machine.
Right.
So we got tending on right or left side.
Right.
Alrighty. And this is a 75-ton press, right? Okay.
75 ton.
Boy, that sounds awful simple. Is there anything else to this?
No, that's about it. It's a very simple machine to run. It really is.
All right, now, let's see, last year you replaced the seals on the machine?
Yeah, I replaced the seals in this side.
All right, and you have another set of seals?
I got another set of seals up there.
Oh, is that what's on the box?
Yeah.
Okay.
The box.
But there's no signs of oil leaks?
Nope.
All right, well, it would be nice if it was painted new, but hey, it ain't new.
Nope. But it does the job, believe me it does.
All righty, well, wish there was more to say, but that's all there is, huh?
Yeah, that's about it.
So it kind of gets down to your die maker then.
Yeah. And all you have to...
Oh yeah, while we're at it, let's look inside the cabinet.
Okay. There's all your controls right there.
So you got some spare fuses in here.
Fuses, yeah.
And we, although we've already taken pictures of it, but there is a complete set of manuals with this machine. So basically, there's nothing missing.
Nope.
All right. Well, there you go. 75-ton Samco progressive feed with a 15-foot table on both sides. And that'd be that.